So there's a great potential now to, through awareness, consciously choose to step back in perspective, to step back into the position of observer, and to observe deliberately from a more expanded, wide angle view. The potential for this is here, but it's up to you to claim it. But when you do, there's the opportunity to see your divine destiny through a clearer lens, to gain insight and understanding into the potentials for your life from this expanded vantage point, to understand, to remember why you're really here at the soul level, and then through this awareness to focus in. Get that laser focus on your target, on what you want to grow and expand into now that you have this insight of higher perspective, of higher meaning, of a zoomed out perspective on your life. So one of the ways to tap into this wide angle view is to go within, open your heart, allow your energy to lift up the central pillar of light high above your head, similar to how I guided in the video to connect with your spirit guides. If you haven't checked that out, check it out, because that practice is actually beneficial on so many levels, including traveling up that central pillar to connect with the wisdom of your higher self above your head, the wisdom of source, of expanded divine consciousness. And then from that expanded, vast sense of who you truly are, where you're intricately connected to your oneness with all, to view your life from that place. Because when we're in it, when we're really in the challenges and struggles of our 3D life, all of these little things seem to have so much weight and significance and can feel so heavy. But when we step back, lift up, expand, and get that higher bird's eye view, we can then really distinguish and discern what is most important now. And focusing in on these things empowers us greatly as we step into the next stages of our awakening journey, living in alignment with this knowing and understanding about the higher meaning for our life. And then the second thing to know is that coinciding with this potential for expanded perspective, for gaining insight, understanding deeper meaning, and discerning our true direction, is then an opportunity to cleanse, purify, release, let go of all the things that are no longer serving you, in claiming this new direction and recommitting to what you know is right for you in your life. And so this is also a powerful time of release. And I've really been feeling this in a very physical sense, this impulse to clear out my space, to let go of the things that no longer spark joy, that no longer have meaning or value for me, to cultivate a greater simplicity. There's a concept that I really resonate with, and it's that everything that we own, all of our possessions, we're energetically connected to. There's a link. And so having the awareness of whether the things you own are supporting you in moving in the direction of your North Star, in aligning you with more of what you truly value, or are there things around you, possessions? This is especially noticeable when there's a lot of clutter or just old stuff you're pack ratting that can drain your energy. And so the Marie Kondo method that I love of going through all of the items you own and truly connecting with it and asking yourself now, does this serve a purpose in my life now? Does this feel expansive? Is this supporting me? Does this spark joy? And if yes, find its right place. If no, that's a good indication that it's something that you would benefit from letting go of. Now, this clearing and release potential happens on a number of other levels. A beautiful potential for aura energy cleansing as well, cleansing out of your subtle energy bodies, your aura energy field, the things that no longer serve. That could be energetic attachments you've taken on from other people, draining cords that are draining to people, places, situations, circumstances, items, any other baggage or blockages in your aura. You're able to become aware of them and cleanse and release them now to make way for more light and life force and vitality and inspiration to flow through, anchor, and embody through you. I have a new aura cleansing course to help guide this process for you. Check that out at auracleansingcourse.com. And of course, there's a number of free aura cleansing meditations here on this channel. I'll link to several of them below for you as well. But one of the things that's really powerful about this aura cleansing course is I'm teaching you some essential skills, tools that you'll have in your tool belt to be able to use when you're on the go, when you're in your life, when you're maybe too busy or don't have time to meditate and can still use these energy tools to clear your aura and powerfully shift. So check that out at auracleansingcourse.com. And then another area up for cleansing and release is at the emotional level. I've talked about this in previous videos, so for right now, I'll just remind you and share that acceptance is one of the biggest keys for moving through emotional storms, emotional energy as it arises. So if there's emotional patterning that comes up for you, remember the power of observing, not identifying with that emotion, but welcoming it. Allowing yourself to feel it and allowing that emotion to release and circulate through. But then having the awareness that an emotion only lasts about 90 seconds. And beyond that, emotional patterns lingering do so because of the thoughts and stories that we tell ourselves about them. So welcoming emotion in a way that's free from thought, that's free from story, empowers you to release the emotions, to return to center, to quickly return to love and that state of openness to allow the higher light, divine downloads, cosmic frequencies that continue to stream in for all of us. This brings us to the third thing, that yes, there is this impulse, this flood of cosmic energy for the collective awakening of humanity. This energy is illuminating and revealing your potential for expanded intuition, developing mental faculties, developing inner skills to bring greater mastery into your life, to open your subtle senses of psychic perception, to claim the gifts of your soul that are available to you now. So I'm feeling that there's this potential to receive new light frequency, light code downloads to support your intuition, psychic gifts, psychic perception, and soul gifts. And by clearing out what no longer serves you, you create the space, opening, and receptivity for the new paradigm qualities of your soul, of light, of embodying source to become available to you. Through this, there's an expansion of what we're capable of, that we're able to claim on the other side of letting go, of clearing out what no longer serves, making way for clear soul communication, inspired love, wisdom to rise up from within you, that guidance of your soul supporting you right here and now. The fourth thing to know is really at the intersection of self-love and willpower. To get clear and ask yourself, what do I really need now to thrive? What will truly support me in receiving the messages of my soul, acting in alignment with inner wisdom and intuition to move on this path of deepening on my journey of moving in the direction of that North Star and what you truly value in your life? What do you really value? And then what do you need to get there? A powerful exercise that came up through a friend recently who reminded me of this exercise is to go within and tune in to an inspiring future vision of yourself. So a year from now, truly claiming all of your power, stepping into your mastery, who will you become? And feel into that expansiveness, that joy, that lightness of being that you'll have. And then be radically honest and ask yourself, are you truly on the path that leads there? Or are there changes in your behavior, in your actions required to really move along the highest timeline that moves you in the direction of your North Star and the potential you know is possible for you to become, to expand into in your life? And then what do you need to get there? And what do you need to feel that expansive, that powerful, that abundant, prosperous, grateful right now? Taking an inventory of this, reflecting on this, and then beginning to have the discipline, take the actions, do the things that carry you along the path in the direction of who you are becoming. And the fifth thing to know is that, again, there are waves and waves of light pouring in. And while that's beautiful and helpful and so supportive of each of our awakening journeys, the light also reveals and illuminates what no longer serves, which is not always the easiest to face when those suppressed, buried shadow aspects, limiting programs, negative beliefs rise to the surface in order to be reconciled, cleared, transformed, and released. So to support yourself in this process, I feel it's so important now to ground, connect to nature, breathe, stay present, and keep shifting back into the perspective of observer. Observing yourself, observing your thoughts, observing your impulses to action, observing the emotions that cycle through you and the thoughts and stories you tell yourself about them. This observation is an essential skill in order to then cultivate positive transformation. By becoming aware of the stories you're telling yourself, you're taking a huge step towards then beginning to tell more empowering stories. By having awareness of the beliefs that are behind your experience, that create the programs that run your life, you can then ask yourself, does this belief really serve me? And then a step further, where did it come from? And there's really a big potential now to see and recognize and become aware of the beliefs and patterns and stories and thought patterns that aren't even yours, that have been picked up or absorbed in your aura, in your energy field, in your belief systems, from society, from the external, from your parents. Identifying those beliefs. Wow, this belief came from my mom. Let me release it into the light and replace it with an empowering belief that does serve. So identifying what's no longer serving, clearing it out, letting go, and claiming the new paradigm possibility to take its place. So we talk more about this in the Aura Cleansing course, but really, I just want to remind you that awareness is really the key. Stay grounded, connect with nature, keep your heart open, and know that there's so much potential always to expand, open, remember who you truly are, clear out what is not in alignment with that, and begin to take the steps and actions to really move and begin to gain momentum going in the direction that you truly wish to head, with awareness, with integrity, in the direction of the new paradigm possibilities for your life. So I hope this is helpful for you. Again, check out auracleansingcourse.com, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.